This is the video 2 of our blueprint to data analyst. So in this particular video, we will talk about two important phases. In phase 1, in the last video, we covered few of the important stuff, which was core foundation. We discussed about the core foundation that you need to have if you want to become a data analyst. We spoke about basic statistics, we spoke about SQL, and we spoke about Excel. So, but the reality is that most of the people they learn SQL and then they stop, and then they wonder why are they not getting shortlisted. As you need to understand here, because SQL alone doesn't help you to get industry ready. The real execution power starts in phase 2 and phase 3. These two phases will be covered here today. So in phase 2, we will talk about BI tools. These are the one of the most important things if we talk about data analyst. And then we will in phase 3 cover Python. We will go ahead step by step, but these are two important things that you need to cover. So before setting up and before going deep into it, let's understand. In phase 1, as I said, we spoke about SQL. It's an extraction engine. You can basically pull data with the help of SQL. But there is one truth, guys, you all need to understand that. Pulling data is no value to the businessman. They won't be in a position to take decisions just by the help of looking at the data which is extracted. They need to make some value, they need to take some decisions, and they can only do it if they see some visualization, some graphics, some visualization, some meaningful storytelling which is done with the help of data. That is where the phase 2 comes into picture. Business intelligence tools. Okay, so now what is happening? This is where your actual work becomes visible. Because in real companies, as I said, your managers, your CEOs, they will look at the dashboards. They will look at the dashboards and then they will actually take the call. So if we talk about BI tools, Power BI, Tableau, these are two basic and the most things which are being widely used. I would suggest you to go ahead with Power BI. It is very widely used. Tableau is a bit more expensive. They turn your numbers into visuals. As simple as that. They turn your raw data into KPIs. They turn confusion into clarity. That is what I can say. So you are not just making charts. You are, with the help of using business intelligence tools, you are helping management to take decisions. It's not only about extracting data. It's about making some charts, giving the clarity to business so that they can help and take decisions. So now let's talk about real industry solution, guys. How it's different. For an example, if the sale has dropped for a company, so there are basically two type of people now. The first type of person can only export the data into Excel. He can make some of the pivot charts and then he can just send the numbers. And there is again another person. This is the person two. He is building interactive dashboards. Building reason wise breakdown, then month to month overall growth, and he's giving this multiple comparative dashboards in a form of business intelligence tools. Then which one will the management trust? Think about it. Business intelligence tools, the person who has provided the second important comparative data, comparative charts. So it's very important, the business intelligence tools that makes your data more trustworthy. Management will go more on in that particular data. You need to understand that. So now, what you must master in Power BI, what you must master in Tableau, what you must master in BI tools overall. So it's not just visuals, guys. You need to learn a few things. It's not that only making graphics or making charts and all that stuff. It's not only about visualization. You have to learn some of the things like data modeling, then different relationships, then DAX formulas, then KPIs, then storytelling with data. So these are all the multiple things that you will have to learn, because random dashboards don't get jobs. Business focused dashboards do. You have to basically work on dashboards which are more focused towards business. So by doing this, you will be in a position to cover most of the stuff when it comes to business intelligence tools. And as we discussed in the last video, we discussed about the exact flow about how the data is being used. Like first the SQL data gets extracted from the DBs, and then after the SQL, then comes business intelligence, then Python, and that is what we discussed last time. Then the decision making happens. So the flow can be same. There can be a couple of skips from the flow. So now we will move on to phase 3. Till now you have extracted the data using SQL. Then now we are talking about business intelligence tool. Some people may directly extract the data and directly put it into Python. So there can be a few differences here, but yes, you follow the part that we have covered in phase 1. It will give you an overall exposure to how to become a data analyst. So now let's move on to phase 3, guys. Python. Why is it important, guys? We need to understand one thing. BI shows you, business intelligence tool shows you what exactly has happened. But Python will help you to understand why did this happen? What will happen next? What should we do? So Python is very powerful then. It is actually helping and giving the more in-depth. And why Python changes your level? Because guys, see, by using Python, you can clean the messy data sets. You can handle lakhs of rows. There are many libraries that can be used in Python to do that. So as a part of learning into Python, you have to do all those things. Then it helps you to automate analysis. There is like statistical analysis. It helps you to do that. Then it can also help you to build predictive prediction models if you are going ahead with machine learning and all that stuff, giving you an overview about data as well. But there, Python can do multiple things. It covers the details when it comes to data science as well as data analyst. Here we are more focused about data analyst. So yes, automate analysis, statistical analysis, perform segmentation. If you talk about analyze text, data, many things, guys, many things can be done. So you can just stop depending on clicks. You can start controlling data with code. That is what Python does for you. And that's really very powerful, guys. That's really powerful. Now let's talk about the real example. See, Power BI shows you revenue drop by XYZ percentage. Okay, it helps you to, it just showcases you a revenue drop. It gives you a picture that okay, the revenue has dropped for 12%. Now what is Python telling you? Python will go a step ahead. It will give you data, comparative data about repeated customer decrease, like price sensitivity. It will just give you a comparison of that, whether price sensitivity have increased, then which region has expected that decline, then customer churn rising in 1 or 2 years of segment. So it can give you that detailed analysis. Now you are not reporting, you are diagnosing, guys. There is a difference. Revenue drop 12%, it's a report. But doing all this analysis, which regions, where was there a price dynamics involved? By doing ahead and learning about all these things, presenting all these things, it gives you a real different view because here you're diagnosing the problem. Okay. Now phase 2 and phase 3. BI tools makes you visible, guys. See, Python makes you more powerful. When you combine these two both, you become irreplaceable. As a data analyst, if you have these two skills, if you master these skills, you will be one of the highly recognized person as a data analyst, and you will get all the benefits of it. Okay, so as we just said, the real industry flow is SQL, it pulls the data, BI, it presents the data, Python, it helps in core analyzing. This is the overview, and if then with the help of this, business can decide. Now, as you know, all these three, you can understand the entire execution layer, guys. Not just execution, not just tools and systems. Okay. So what's the truth, guys? What's the truth? Both BI as well as Python are important. If you only learn Python and ignore Power BI, you will struggle to show your value. If you only learn BI and ignore deeper analysis, you will stay basic reporting level. So you have to learn both Power BI as well as Python. Power BI or Tableau, whatever you can learn it. But Python is being Power BI is being most widely used. So now we have covered 3 phases. The phase 1 was the core foundation phase, in which we discussed Excel, SQL, basic statistics. Phase 2 and phase 3 is covered in this video too. In that we discuss the BI tools and Python. So step by step, start learning whatever is said now, and then we will come up with again the business video 3, and it would be into business thinking and projects. Then we'll move on to other things as well. So wait and watch the upcoming video as well. Take care, guys.